Hello, Auntie babies. I hope that the fan noise is not messing up the sound too much, but it is too hot. I cannot record without this fan on me. And under the air conditioner is even louder. I know you're seeing the title of the video. Raped at 13. This story time is mostly for Auntie babies. And it's been a family secret of my family's for a while. Some family members know about it, some don't. I felt it necessary to tell this story time because I want my auntie babies to understand why I am so passionate about not wanting children to be harmed. It goes deep. Excuse me. And this is my first glass of wine. To get permission. Well, I didn't have to, but I decided to get permission from my siblings to tell the story time out of respect for the family. And once I tell it, you'll understand why. Raped at 13. No, I was not raped at 13. My grandmother was raped at the age of 13 years old. Give me one moment, please, because I didn't want this to be a teary story time. And then my mother was born 9 months later. So that means when my grandmother was raped at the age of 13, she conceived a child, my mother. I always wondered why my mother and father and grandmother were so strict. We were not allowed to sit on no man's lap, not even my father's. And my father respected that my mother raised us that way because he agreed with what and how she was raising us. Excuse me. So I found out about this story in my family. One day, I wanted to go somewhere. I wanted to go by one of my friends' houses and stay the night. And my mother was angry and she was trying to get me to understand that you can't stay at everybody's house all the time. So she just blurted out real quick that my grandmother was, you just can't trust people. That one day when my grandmother was walking in the neighborhood, that she was raped. Now, once I talked to one of my siblings about it, she was like, excuse me, let me go back. Being that my mother told me this out of being angry and raged and trying to set an example, I didn't accept the message. I was more stunned, shocked, and I said to my mother, why are you telling me this like this now? That's something you should have told me a while ago. And not while you angry and trying to make a point. I don't want to hear it. So I got the rest of the story from one of my siblings. Actually, she was raped at 13 and she was walking down a railroad track. I never wanted to do this video in this type of setting. I wanted to do this story time outside in the beautiful, under a beautiful tree or something like that. But unfortunately, with the quarantine, with the coronavirus, I wasn't able to do it. Excuse me. So I wanted to let my auntie babies know that is the reason why I don't understand why some people up here on YouTube use their children for content, or how people can come after innocent kids when they can't go toe to toe with the parent. They'll start talking about the kids. It's another reason why even though I'm 52, there's nothing wrong with me. I still I'm still vibrant. I can still hang out, go do whatever I want to do, but I choose to help with the children in my family and some of my closer friends. Because I do not want any of the babies under my wings to ever be in that predicament where their innocence is taken from them. So I give up parts of my life to make sure that these kids are protected and well taken care of. And so, like my nieces that whose kids I keep for them on a regular, they thank me. They say because they know that when their kids are with me, they're not worried about it. So that's why I go so hard on some people when I find out that they have been talking bad about children or saying disgusting things about kids, or using their kids' stories as a come up or for some clicks, for some views. It's not right. Because you have people out here in the world that, not only myself, that has the story of what happened in my family, but I'm quite sure you might have a lot of people watching your videos and different things that might have been molested or raped themselves. And it touched home with a lot of people. So I felt like the need to tell this story time about why I'm so passionate and I go so hard to protect kids, and why I work with Shish Trish on the No Dragging Kids campaign and have signed the No Dragging Kids petition. No matter what people say, it's still a positive thing. It's something to a foot forward in protecting children. If we don't protect the children, who will? And why I'm so, makes my blood boil when I see some of you other women up here on YouTube that don't even have kids like me, and you're just talking about God's gift like it's nothing. It don't sit well with me. And you best believe, God's gonna get you. Yes, He is. So now I understood why my parents and my grandmother were so strict on us coming up as kids. Now not allowing us to sit on no man's lap or if we stayed the night with a friend, my mother actually went to at least two of my friends' houses. And she sat down and she had a talk with their mother before I could stay the night. I didn't understand it when I was younger. I just thought she was, oh my gosh, she's so strict. But once I got older and I started living out here in this world and I started seeing these sick, demented, just devilish people in their sick, foul ways of violating children, then I understood that there was not being strict, but they were protecting us. And I thank them. I thank them. So it runs deep in me because my mother was a child from a rape. My grandmother did not raise my mother because of the tragic thing that happened to her. My great-grandmother raised my mother, and my grandmother became an alcoholic until God tapped her on her shoulder and told her, no, baby, that's not your life. That's not your journey. And she never, she had things happen to her to where, woke her up and turned her into a non-alcoholic. But I say and tell this story because I want some of you people out there to understand that, especially up here on YouTube or social media, period, that when you do these things to children, you're not only doing it to children, you're doing it to other people too. You might not know other people's stories. So I encourage Auntie babies to please be careful on how you choose your words when talking about children. Because even if you're not, or you have not done the act, if you're applauding it, if you're saying nothing about it, it's like doing it. So I don't want to make this too long, but this is my story time about my grandmother being raped at the age of 13. And why I'm so passionate about not ever letting anything happen to any child that I take care of or that I don't even know. Y'all see me up here on YouTube cut up about other people's kids being done harm to or things said about them. I just pray that one day this world can be rid of all, just have none of that left. That no child ever have to go through that again. Oh, and I want to say that once my grandmother did stop drinking, she did take on the responsibility of being that she was not a part of my mother's life. She was a part of myself and my siblings' life. Growing up, I was brought up in the house with 3 adults. You couldn't get away with nothing, but that's okay. I thank them now that I'm older. So I want to thank Auntie babies for listening, and people that might not care about me or not feeling me right now. It's okay. It's all right. This message still might touch you in some type of way, because the majority of you do have children or have children that you love in your family like I do, or friends' children. Stay open-minded. Y'all have to stop all this just seeing things one way just because the person you like is being picked on, or the person that you like is dragging other people and you're thinking it's okay. People, children. It's not right. The Lord's not going to bless you. So I'm going to close this, and I just want y'all to stay positive. Pray for the children. Pray for our world right now with this coronavirus going around, because we do have some people that's not taking it serious. With all these millions of people dying, we still have some people not taking it serious. And I also want to let y'all know that even though I wasn't planning this story time, for right now, but I just felt it in my spirit to just go head on out and tell this story time. It was time. And when the Lord tells Donna to move, Donna moves, okay? Donna move no matter what. Donna gonna get it done. When he orders my footsteps no matter what. Even if he ordered for me to come up here and drag one of y'all, I'ma do it. Oh, yes, I will. Anyway, I have a couple of more story times. But I'm not ready to do them right now. I have a story time that I want to do on why I decided not to have kids. And then I have another story time I'm going to do on someone in my family that made it to the Hall of Fame. I know I wanted to get it out during Black History Month, but I had a lot going on, so I was unable to get it out at that time. But just look for it. I know I'm a little turtle at doing things on my channel, but it's a reason why, and I'm not beat. I'm here to show love, positivity. I do more supporting others than I do doing things for my own channel, and that's okay with me. So just take the time out to kind of try to be mindful of the things you're saying, because you never know who or what it might bother them. It might be something that happened in their life. But my grandmother made up for it. It would help them raise us. Oh boy. And I almost said her name. But they call me Little Her. Her name, I was always known as Little Her. But they would say her name. But I'm not going to say her name up here. I might edit. I can't do it right now. But I might edit the video later and put a picture of my grandmother. She was a type. She was a strong black woman from Georgia, okay? Born in 1920. Catch that. And she didn't like taking pictures. She felt like every time a picture was taken, one of them old-fashioned people that thought every time you take a picture, a piece of your soul was taken from you. She was kind of like that. So she didn't like taking pictures. But I might muster up and find a picture. I do have one that I look at every day, but my nephew was on that picture, so I will not be, even though he's grown now, I still will not put that out there. But Auntie love you guys. I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to try to be as positive as possible. I know it's hard. I know we have things going on up here on YouTube, social media, period, in our everyday lives. But give it to God. He got you. He got you. Thank you for listening. And I hope now some people, some open-minded people, or some people that care for me, will know why I'm so passionate about nobody messing with kids. Until the next story time, God bless you all and have a good day. Okay, Auntie babies. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember what Auntie says. Walk with Jesus. Do not run with the devil. And if no one told you that they love you today, remember Auntie Donna loves you. God bless. Have a good day. And remember, like, share, and subscribe.